Hello everyone. Today, welcome to my class. The topic of discussion was accounting for not-for-profit organizations. We know that this type of organizations also have to keep a record of their financial transactions, that is regarding their cash flows, or we can, in other words, we can say what are the sources of the income, or what are the sources of their expenses, or what are the sources of their receipts, and what are the sources of their payments. This kind of organization, not-for-profit organizations, prepare three type of accounts, that is receipts and payment account, which I have already discussed and done practicals in details. Second is an income and expenditure account, and third is your balance sheet, which we are going to do later. So our topic of discussion is income and expenditure account. As you all know, it is a nominal account which helps an organization to find out in a particular financial year what has been their surplus or what has been their deficit in conducting the business of the organizations. Today we have already discussed, what is an income and expenditure account. As I've said, it is a nominal account like that profit and loss account of our trading organizations, which determine at the end of a financial year what is the surplus or what is the deficit. That is, we have to and since it's a nominal account, the rule followed is debit all expenses and losses and credit all incomes and gains. So when we prepare the account, the income is shown on your credit side and the expenditure is shown on your debit side. Yes, it's a nominal account. So let's see. I have given, since it's the first practical on this particular topic of income and expenditure account, I have given you a very simple sum. Now let's first discuss the sum. What is I'm reading out the question for you. Prepare income and expenditure account from the following receipts and payments account for the year ended 31st March 2021. So what do you have as receipts? We have an opening bank balance which shows as 41,400. Then there was a receipts of in the form of subscription, which is amounts to 22,300. We have fees from non-members, that is 5,400. We have a municipal grant, which is 20,000. We have a specific donation, that is for building fund, that is 30,000. Interest, that is 760 rupees. We have a locker rent, which comes to 4,900 rupees. And what had been the sources of payment? We have in the form of salaries 13,120. By laundry and domestic help, we have 7,600. By rent, rates and taxes 4,000. There has been a capital expenditure in form of a car, which is 40,000, and any expenses, that is 13,800. There has been miscellaneous expenses of 7,900. By medicine and drugs 13,400, and the balance is balance of cash and bank is 24,940. We have an additional expenses, that is subscription, which is given here of 22,300, includes 1,300 which is related to the year for the year ended 31st March 2020, which means it is the previous year. Yes, the current year as it is 31st, so it's 1st of April 2020 to 31st of March. So this 1,300 relates to the previous year, and rupees 2,750 is yet to be received. So this amount is outstanding. 2,750 is outstanding at the end of the year. So what we have to do is the receipt and details of a receipts and payments account. From this we have to prepare income and expenditure account. Now what are the conditions? So we have to remember, just revising quick revisions, what are to be excluded: the opening and closing balance of cash and bank. We have to we don't have to include capital items in income and expenditure account. Any income, any source of payment or income from prior periods, that is previous periods, should be excluded, and also any expenditure or any receipt which is relating not to the current financial year, relates to the future years, to be included. So what it means in short means only revenue items are to be included, and only information relating to the current period is to be included. As it is to be, what is in current period items? Accrued is anything that is receivable. Outstanding expenses are to be added. Yes, accrued incomes are to be added, and additional income like depreciation and others items which are not shown in the receipts and payments account. If any informations are there, that is to be shown in the income and expenditure account. Now let's prepare that. See children, I have shown the opening and closing balance are indicated by yellow color, which we have already known as to be excluded, so this is not included here. And this is a specific donation, that is donation was received for a capital building, so that's a capital item that is to be excluded. Similarly, on a payment side, we have a cost of a car, which is an asset. Car is an asset for you, so it is a capital expenditure, so that is to be excluded. Okay, the rest of the informations are to be included in the income and expenditure, and we have the adjustments to be done. We prepare income and expenditure account on the accrual basis, so anything outstanding, anything prepaid are to be adjusted in the income and expenditure account. So we first if you start off with the expenditure side, we have what from the payment side, we gather the information for the expenditure side. So by first item is salary, so salary is 13,200 has been posted. Next we have laundry and domestic help, that is also to be included. These are recurring expenditure, 7,600. Next item that we have is by rents and taxes, that is also included by rents and two rents and taxes, 4,000. Next we have expense, so these are recurring. Any expenditure is recurring to expenses in the car is 13,800, that is to be included. By miscellaneous expenditure, that is 7,900, that is also to be included. Now on the income side, we have the first main source of income is subscription, which is 22,300. So 22,300 is, but that has to be adjusted. So there is an outstanding amount which is denoted by the green color, 2,750, that is added outstanding. Yes, and but these 1,300 which relates to the previous year are to be excluded. So 1,300 is to be excluded. So after adding and deductions, what the amount left as in the form of subscription is 23,750. So next, what is the source of income we have? We have fees from non-members. So these are fees from membership is admission fees or entrance is one-time receipt, but non-members can be recurring because sometimes when we visit, we have to pay a certain amount of fees. So these are recurring expenses. So that is 5,400. Municipal grant is also because we get grant, every non-financial can get grants year after year, so that is also included, 20,000. Then we have earned an interest. So what is that? That is 7,060, and we have a locker rent 4,900. That is included, shown on your income side. Yes, children. So after we add up the income side and we add up the expenditure side, we find that the income side is more than the expenditure side. So we have, since income is more than expenditure, we have a surplus of 8,390 rupees. Yes, so since we are beginning with it, I have only now this surplus will go to your balance sheet. It will be added to your term called capital fund. Okay, from here it will go to the balance sheet. So how it will be shown in your balance sheet is a topic we'll discuss later on. For the time being, we simply have a balancing figure. Okay, so this being the first sum, it's a very simple one. Yes, just to get you acquainted of how to write a income and expenditure account, but the sums won't be easy for so in your exams. We'll later discuss with tough adjustments or more kind of adjustment. Okay, thank you. I hope you understood. At least you got a basic idea how to write up a income and expenditure account. Okay, so goodbye for now. Thank you for listening so patiently.